Welcome back to another F1 video, man. We are now going to be learning about Lawrence Stroll, the head guy at Aston Martin. How Lawrence and Lance Stroll both got rich. Obviously, Lance Stroll has 2 points this year. I think his recent points came at the Canadian Grand Prix, which, it was an okay race. It was a okay race. I think Verstappen won that. You guys know me, my memory is awful, so I can't, like I said, I can't even remember who won the last race. Obviously, I know Carlos Sainz won the last race, but anyway, hope you guys are doing good, amazing, stupendous, outstanding. Obviously, the Australian Grand Prix is tomorrow. We should be live for that. We should be live for the Austrian Grand Prix tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, well, 9 a.m. my time. So, I just want to hang out again. Last race was really fun, despite I think we had a delay, all because of Guan Yu Zhao. But good to see him back and all that. And also we had the sprint race. I'm not really sure what the sprint race really is, to be honest. I know that was today, and yeah. So I do know Verstappen, I think he's at pole, and Leclerc's number 2. And besides that, should be fun. And I also did see, I think Lewis Hamilton crashed, something like that. Like some of the Austrian supporters were like cheering him crashing. Again, I don't understand why. Like, there's no point in the sport. Are we now cheering somebody for crashing? Come on now, yeah, I think his qualifying crash. There was Austrian fans that were cheering. Why fans at the Austrian Grand Prix were cheering? I don't. It's. Anyway, just some quick news. Seb Storm now of me. I'm on the ESPN app, so that's why I'm reading some of my things off. Seb storms out with me. I'm not really sure about that. I have to read on that. And yeah, it should be a very, very good race tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get to the video. Shout out to Racing House for this video as well. Now let's get started for real. I think that was a pretty long enough intro.
Lawrence and Lance Stroll.
Oh shit! Before that, I forgot to plug my my headphones. My bad. The Canadian.
These guys
have it all. The cars, the big mansions, power. But Lawrence Stroll, father of F1 driver Lance Stroll, he takes the absolute biscuit. He takes it to another level. He has the Formula One team, and now the iconic British motorsport brand, Aston Martin.
But seriously, where did this guy get all his money?
Sport brand to another level. He has the Formula One.
I didn't know he had 2 teams. I honestly thought he just had Aston Martin.
Team, and now the iconic British motorsport brand, Aston Martin.
But seriously, where did this guy get all his money from? Can he please buy me a Lambo?
Yeah.
Welcome to the F1 house. My name is Saki, and keep watching to find out how Lawrence Stroll and Lance Stroll got all of their money, as well as some revealing information about them both.
Shout out to bro, man.
Many of you will have seen the news at some point. Aston Martin saved from bankruptcy. It was no surprise, they were struggling financially for quite a long time. But oof, to be saved by Racing Point F1 team owner, this got me thinking big time. Who is this man that can afford to buy an F1 team and Aston Martin within the space of a few years? Why are Lawrence and Lance Stroll so rich?
Who's that? Lance Stroll's girlfriend?
Within the space of a few years. Why are Lawrence and Lance Stroll
No comment.
so rich?
I think we've got
No
some
comment.
investigating to do.
She's straight.
So let's throw it back.
59.
1959, it was the 13th Formula One Drivers' Championship. A whopping 88 drivers took part in the championship that year. Jack
God! Shout out to my man Jack Clark. Rest in
Brabham
peace.
won, taking 2.
No, that's not Jack Clark. I'm so sorry.
88 drivers took part in the championship that year. Jack Brabham won.
Jack Brown. I'm so sorry. I said Jack Clark. That's a soccer player. But 1959, they had 88 drivers competing. And also, I did have a tad bit of some. I was drinking a tad bit earlier, so please excuse me if I say anything stupid or anything. My apologies.
Taking 2 races at the British Grand Prix and at Monaco. And Lawrence Stroll was born to Leo and Sandra Strulovich. But wait, Lawrence Stroll? Leo Strulovich? Yep, you guessed it. His legal name is actually Lawrence Strulovich, but he's best known as Lawrence Stroll. Leo started in fashion, investing in the Pierre Cardin line for women.
What is that, Star
He
Trek?
then brought Ralph Lauren's women and children's clothing line to Canada. To put it simply, he made a ton of money from doing this.
Interesting facts, right? But how did this guy get all his money? A little hint lies in Lawrence's father and Lance's grandfather, who was a very successful businessman himself.
Fast forward to the 80s, Lawrence Stroll decided he wanted to follow his father's footsteps into business. He started investing in the Pierre Cardin line as well. He introduced their kids wear line to the Canadian market. Like me, you're probably thinking, where did this guy get his initial money to make investments? Because we all know it takes a little bit of money to make money. Where did he get this money from? Now, this is a mystery. In fact, we know very little about Lawrence Stroll and his life prior to his business activities. He's kept a very low profile. All we know is that he turned out to be a very good businessman. After this initial success, Lawrence Stroll made the most of his father's existing business relationship when he met Ralph Lauren and they agreed for Lawrence.
One thing I'll say about Lawrence Stroll, yeah, we don't really know about like his beginning and all that, but I mean, dude's pretty. I mean, he's a good businessman, which we have seen with a lot of like these head honchos at these F1 teams. You know, look at the total wolf, what he went through. You know, obviously he's a former, a race car driver as well. He moved to F1. Nico Horner from Red Bull, F1 driver as well. He moved into it after fine. Now he just wasn't really it. But I think Lawrence Stroll's obviously he's different because he didn't go through really, well, as of right now, we don't, 224 in, we don't really know that, Lawrence Stroll really went through race car driving. I don't think he mentioned he was a driver at all. He's just a good businessman. You know what I mean? Some people just
distribute Ralph Lauren's line all over Europe. And how did that go? Yep, you guessed it, extremely well.
Yeah, top tier.
Until in 1989, Lawrence went one step further by purchasing a major stake in a little known brand called Tommy Hilfiger. Sound familiar?
I didn't know that.
Once again, he used his knowledge and experience to create another business success story, turning Tommy Hilfiger into a $1.8 billion company.
What could one man do with all that money?
He also owns the Ferrari
Formula
dealership
One.
in Quebec and has a large car collection, mostly consisting of Ferraris. His collection includes the Ferrari 250 GTO, the Ferrari, and he also owns some McLarens, as well as a Ford GT. He's had a family, 2 children, Chloe Stroll, and of course, Racing Point driver Lance Stroll. If you've been listening carefully, technically, Lance Stroll's real name is Lance Strulovich. He's clearly a very clever businessman. It just comes natural to him. He's gone on to invest his money in other businesses, including Michael Kors, Asprey and Gerard,
I don't know what that is.
the Canadian race circuit Mont-Tremblant in Quebec. Yep, I butchered that pronunciation. Sorry to all the French people out there and the Canadians, of course. Other recent investments, as you probably will have known already, in 2018, Stroll led a consortium of investors to buy Force India team. This ownership has provided a lot of stability to the team, and he's also given his son Lance Stroll a very secure seat in a fairly competitive F1 team. His spending has continued into 2020, when in January he led another consortium to invest £182 million into Aston Martin in return for a 20% stake in the company.
But what does this mean for the sport?
So, basically, you could say that Lance Stroll is really in F1 because of his dad. And since his dad basically is like the head honcho at Aston Martin, you could say that Lance Stroll is pretty much secured, you could say? I'm assuming he's pretty much just secured for a spot.
Brand back in perceived safe hands. He's a very astute businessman, and the fact that there will be a close working relationship between Racing Point and Aston Martin from 2021 can only be a good thing. I expect Lawrence Stroll to make the most out of their iconic name and put the required funding into Racing Point and Aston Martin, taking them to the next level. To me, Lawrence Stroll seems like a winner, and he won't just settle for being a best of the rest team. The upcoming rule changes of 2021, I imagine he'll be targeting that as an opportunity to put Aston Martin back in the spotlight.
And this was like 2020, so this is like 2 years ago.
Naturally though, as the Racing Point team will become Aston Martin, there will be a lot of PR and buzz around this happening. If this is combined with some solid race results on track, this can only be a good thing for the sport. Looking at Lance Stroll specifically, he's been in F1 for 3 seasons now, making good money.
That
He's
before
also the
Perez
heir
with
to the
Red
Stroll
Bull,
empire,
in that
which
whole
will
scenario.
eventually get passed on to him. His father's increased participation in the sport will give him a lot more time to prove himself as a driver. I think a lot of people forget that Lance is only 21 years old, which is incredibly
So he's
young
23
for
now.
F1 drivers. He'll get the opportunity to develop. Maybe one day he'll get the opportunity to drive in a race-winning car. I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Do you think this is a good deal? Do you think this will be good for the sport? Now, are you excited? Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you all. Either way, I think both of them will be living a pretty comfortable lifestyle. Lawrence will go about making his mark on the sport, putting money into both teams. I mean, this is small change for him. According to Forbes, Lawrence Stroll is worth a whopping $2.6 billion.
God dang. Sheesh. That's
Now I'm just thinking, what would I do had that sitting in my account?
if I had that much, hey, I told you guys this a month ago. If I had that amount of money in my bank account, Chaz's Motorsports is coming. Give me about 2 years. Let me get some drivers, get my crew, get my people and all that. Chaz's Motorsports will be on the way. That's so much money, man. Just anyway, you guys let me know you guys' thoughts and viewpoints on this video. Also, you guys let me know who do you guys have winning the Austrian Grand Prix tomorrow. I would love to know. I'm gonna go with Leclerc. I think Leclerc's finally gonna get it. I think he's gonna overcome his Ferrari issues. If Ferrari doesn't freaking hold him back for doing something stupid, like what happened last race. But I do got Charles Leclerc winning. Hopefully he does win it. And obviously Verstappen won last year. So Verstappen has a good chance to probably win again. But I do have Charles Leclerc win this race. You guys let me know, you guys let me know you guys' thoughts on it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the race.